welcome to Maths Guru channel. How are you all? I hope you are all fine. In this video, I am going to explain one formula derivation. Okay, that formula is actually a general quadratic equation. Okay, for that, how to find the roots, general roots of the quadratic equation. That formula I am going to derive. Okay, first before going to derive that formula, what is quadratic equation first? Okay, now quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. First to see the definition of quadratic equation. Definition is an equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. An equation in the form of general form of quadratic equation. An equation in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the general quadratic equation. Okay, this equation, or otherwise we can take the definition one more. If the order of an equation is 2, then that is a quadratic equation. Okay, here order 2 is there now, so that. Okay, now for this quadratic equation, how to derive general roots? Actually, this equation having at most 2 roots. Okay, the 2 roots, general roots, how to derive? Okay, here general root of this equation have at most 2 zeros, at most 2 roots, that is. Okay, now the general roots, that x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here we have 2 roots, plus or minus. Okay, plus is one root, minus is another root. This general root how to derive, let us see now. Okay, before going to derivation, first to who is given this formula, who derived this formula. This formula is derived by Sridharacharya, is given by Sridharacharya. Sridharacharya. Okay. Now let us see the derivation. So it will not sufficient space for the derivation. So just I want to erase this. Wait a minute. So how to derive this formula? Let us see. Now just I am taking general quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now first step, take a common. Okay, take a common. So if you take a common, x square plus b by ax plus c by a is equal to 0. Now this a we don't want. Let us take transpose. Okay, now it will becomes x square plus b by a x plus c by a, which is equal to 0. Why? Because if you take the transpose, it will goes to RHS. Okay, if it goes to RHS, that is 0 by something, you will get 0 only. That's one. Okay, now x square plus b by a into x is equal to, take the transpose of plus term will becomes minus term. Plus term will becomes minus term. Now here for this term, let us take 2. For this term you can multiply and divide by 2. Only for this term. Okay, multiply and divide. by 2. Okay, now it will becomes x square plus 2b by 2a into x is equal to minus c by a. Now see, 2 by 2 means we have multiplied and we divided for this term. Okay, now after this you can, for this term you can add and subtract b square by 4a square. Add and subtract b square by 4a square. Okay, why we should take only b square by 4a square? Why not other term? Sometimes students may get doubt. Okay, why we should take this term only? Why? Because to get the formula. If you take proper term, only we can get the proper formula. Otherwise, we can't get the formula. That's the reason we should take this only. Okay. Now, see. Now, x square plus 2 into b by 2a into x. Here I am adding and subtracting b square by 4a square minus b square by 4a square. This also underlies for the sake of convenience. See, b square by 4a square minus b square by 4a square, just plus I added the term minus I subtracted the term. Okay, which is equal to minus c by a. Minus c by a. Now see here, this term and this term and this term. Just 3 terms. If you any confusion is there, you can take this term transpose, then you can see, you can understand. See here, this 2 here, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Okay, that form is there now. That's what I am writing as x plus b by 2a whole square. This term as it is, minus term as it is, which is equal to minus c by a. Okay, this is whole square. Don't take here. This is 4a square. Okay. Now only these terms, if you observe this, we can write it as b by 2a whole square. B square by 4a square. We can write it as b by 2a whole square. That's what here b square. In the place of b, we have b by 2a. B by 2a. That's what I took. Okay. Now, x plus b by 2a whole square, which is equal to minus c by a as it is. Take the transpose of plus term will becomes minus term. Plus term will becomes minus term. Okay. Now, x plus b by 2a whole square, which is equal to, here LCM is 4a square. 4a square. Okay. Now here already a is there. Here a 4a. So it will goes 4a terms. Minus 4ac into numerator plus, yeah, already it is there. One time only it will go. So b square as it is. Okay. Now x plus b by 2a whole square, which is equals to, first I am writing positive term, b square minus 4ac by 4a square. Okay, first I took plus term, next I took minus term. That's it, simply. Okay, now square root on both sides. If you square root on both sides, then it will becomes plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 4a square. Okay, now you can take transpose of this term. X is equal to this term. This is the plus term. If you take the transpose, it will becomes minus term. b by 2a plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by Here 4a square, if you take square root for numerator and denominator, for numerator as it is, if you take denominator square root, it will becomes 2a. 4 will becomes 2, a square will becomes a, square root if you do. So instead of that I am writing 2a divided by 2a. I am taking individual square roots, so it will becomes 2a. Now here also 2a, here also 2a, like terms. Okay, so we can take same common denominator, right? Now x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here small I am writing. It is not fixing properly, not sufficient space. Get some little bit small I will write. b square minus 4ac by 2a. So you have two roots here. Let alpha is equal to b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Alpha, beta, two roots. If you take alpha is equals to minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Beta is equal to minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay. This quadratic equation have two roots, alpha and beta. Okay. So why? Because here order is 2, so you will get two roots for the quadratic equation. Okay. Once take the screenshot, I hope you understand. Why we should take this formula? If any quadratic equation is there, we can find the roots of that quadratic equation by using formula method or by using factorization method. Wherever it is not possible factorization method to find the roots of the quadratic equation, then we will go for formula method. By using this formula only we can find the roots of the given quadratic equation. Okay, I hope you understand. Thank you. For more videos, subscribe my channel, support me. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.